and another section of it standing vertically in the water. Reports say a number of construction workers were carrying out repair work at the time, and a number of vehicles were also driving along the bridge. And all of it went missing after falling into the water. A maritime authority official in Guangdong said they are now checking conditions below the water's surface, but rescue work has been hampered by a fast current. And any vehicle that ended up in the water would have been washed down the river. The dredger, which weighs more than 1,000 tons, was believed to have hit the bridge while trying to pass under it in heavy fog. All 10 crewmen on the dredger were rescued. 2 of them suffered minor injuries. The Zhejiang has 2 parallel roadways across the river, one of which was unaffected by today's collapse. After the collapse, vehicles have been diverted here to the newly built side of the Zhejiang Bridge, leading to severe traffic congestion. The bridge links the cities of Foshan and Jiangmin in Guangdong. It runs a distance of 1,682 meters across the Xizang River and is a major thoroughfare across the Pearl River Delta region and the central and western parts of the province. Opened in 1988, the bridge was renovated only 2 years ago. Authorities say the structure could not have snapped unless it was struck by huge force. Officials say repair work may take up to half a year. Jainan, TVB News, Foshan, Guangdong.
In Taiwan, 5 people were killed and more than 10 others injured this morning in a head-on collision between 2 trains in Yilan County. One of the locomotives was pushed off the tracks by the impact, and the front of the other train was crushed. The accident occurred at around 10 a.m. A train which was undergoing testing is believed to have gone onto the wrong tracks because the driver misread a signal. It collided with an oncoming passenger train. An investigation has been launched into the accident, and the island's railways minister resigned to take responsibility for the tragedy. A court in Taiwan has annulled the election of Chen Chu as mayor of the southern city of Kaohsiung for violating campaign regulations. Chen, of the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, was elected in December, defeating Huang Chunying of the opposition Kuomintang by a margin of just over 1,000 votes. Huang claimed he was defeated because of false claims by the DPP 1 day prior to polling that he had tried to buy votes. Chen has 20 days to appeal today's ruling, otherwise a new election will be held. Chief Executive Donald Tsang has said Hong Kong should increase its population by over 40% in order to compete with the 2 main global financial centers, London and New York. In an interview with British newspaper The Financial Times, Tsang said 10 million people could comfortably live in Hong Kong. Rahina DeLuna reports.
There are just under 7 million people currently living in Hong Kong, but the chief executive believes the territory should attract another 3 million people in order to boost its status as a global financial center. In an interview with the Financial Times, Donald Tsang said, "We must not allow the population to age and then shrink. We must grow in order to be competitive." And the chief executive believes the territory could comfortably support a 40% increase in population. "We have the fundamentals, like New York and London," he said, "to create a global financial center and a reasonably good living for 10 million people here." The chief executive has said before that Hong Kong couples should have at least 3 children. But critics say the government has given few incentives for families who find raising kids costly in the territory.
The number is not so important. The more important thing is the quality of the populations. Therefore, if you are going to increase the population to 10 million, okay, who are those 3 million more? Are they just any people, okay? Or are we going to increase the proportion of the populations who have the higher educations?
Tsang told the Financial Times that Hong Kong needs to boost immigration and education as well as infrastructure investment to keep its status as a financial center. He said Hong Kong needs an injection of new blood from overseas, but especially from the mainland, to develop its market there. People we spoke to on the streets today were not against Tsang's vision, but said Hong Kong's infrastructure must be upgraded in order to cope with the increase in population. Rahina DeLuna, TVB News.